Now this right here has to be one of the most outwardly demonic witches of the entire industry, y'all. And we're hearing it from somebody that we haven't really heard speak too much about the industry. We have A$AP Rocky just confirmed Michelle Lamy is an industry handler. Now, one thing about A$AP Rocky is that if you do a little bit of research on him, you won't really find too much, but you always have to connect the dots. So what did I do? I literally went to Google and typed in A$AP Rocky sold his soul. The most generic search, the one step that you can take to dive deeper into the rabbit hole. Started there. And obviously Google is going to say there is no evidence or credible factual bias to support the claim that A$AP Rocky sold his soul. Duh. That is what the internet is going to say, bro. It's like they always try to hide these things in plain sight because all you have to do is click images and the entire narrative changes, bro. You would literally see a picture of A$AP Rocky in the middle of a pentagram doing some type of sacrificial ritual or something, bro. Literally in an entire music video that he made. And it doesn't stop there. I literally came across this video right here on TikTok of A$AP Rocky being interviewed about the Illuminati. A$AP Rocky claims that he did not sell his soul to the devil and is not a part of the secret organizations such as the Illuminati. But listen to what he says, and I find it kind of interesting.
That don't bother me.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I was Illuminati. I'd be probably a billionaire. People always talking this Illuminati stuff. Show me Illuminati. Show me the money, please. I had to work for everything I got so far. Ain't no Illuminati come and help me with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I personally, man, I believe in God. I'm a man who fears God, and I pray to God, you know, and I don't go to church that often. I'm not gonna lie, you know, not because I'm not religious. I just don't got the time to. Tiny Illuminati, that don't bother me.
Yeah.
Now, I find it kind of interesting that he says the Illuminati, that doesn't bother me. If I find the Illuminati, let me know. I probably would be a billionaire by now. That's literally what his words were.
I mean, I wish I was Illuminati. I'd be probably a billionaire. People always
literally what his words were. I find it kind of ironic that a couple years later into his career, people are speculating that he sacrificed his dad for fame. People are speculating that he sacrificed A$AP Yams for fame. And I don't find it coincidental that he is now, I don't know if they're married. I don't know if they're just have kids together. But he has kids with Rihanna, bro. A billionaire. Isn't that literally what he just said in his video? If I was a part of the Illuminati, I'd probably be a billionaire. The fact that the household is now worth $1 billion speaks volumes, y'all. Because the truth is always hidden in plain sight. So when I see somebody like A$AP Rocky, somebody that comes out of nowhere, drops music, goes viral. Somebody that's having kids and getting married with somebody like Rihanna, knowing that she damn for sure sold her soul. That she was one of the first artists that Jay-Z locked in the room and said, you can't leave until you sign the contract. Come on, y'all. So when I see a video titled A$AP Rocky confirming the industry handlers, I'm all ears. Make sure you guys do leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new.
If you've seen Michelle Lamy online, you probably have the same questions as everyone else. Why the black stained nails? Why the haunting facial expressions? And how does someone who looks like a modern day witch become the gatekeeper for the world's biggest A-list celebrities? To the public, she's a fashion icon. To truth seekers, she's the industry's most powerful dark handler. But while fans call it art, A$AP Rocky just went on the Joe Budden podcast and admitted something that changes everything. He didn't just talk about her mentorship, he finally addressed the dark energy and disturbing things he simply can't deny are real. And what he revealed confirms exactly who Michelle Lamy really is.
Do you believe in God?
I don't know what that God is. I believe, I believe in DNA, I believe that genes have memory, I believe in civilization. I'm more proud of humanity and thinking that people that can behave like incredible human beings are without the help of a God.
Very little is known about Michelle Lamy, and to the everyday person, she's just a weird old rich fashion designer. But the reality is so much darker. Now, to really get why celebrities are so obsessed with her, you have to look at who Michelle Lamy actually is. Her grandfather crafted accessories for the legendary designer Paul Poiret. Lamy has been in the industry for decades, and her history is just as strange as her looks. Before she was a fashion icon, she was actually a defense lawyer in France. But she ended up quitting that to become a cabaret performer as she felt it wasn't what she wanted. Eventually, she moved to LA in the 90s and opened up a private spot for celebrities. While it looked like any other high-end restaurant, it was secretly a private industry meetup, a place high-end celebrities went to remove their masks and let loose. If you were a celebrity in the 90s, from Madonna to the biggest actors, you had to go through Michelle Lamy to get in. She
low-key sounds like what Jeffrey Epstein had going on with his island. Crazy to see. I literally did an entire reaction to probably the worst of the Epstein files over on the other channel. I'm gonna leave a link to the video under this video in the comments down below. But the Epstein files that we reacted to a while ago only gets worse, y'all. So when I see somebody like this creating a safe space for celebrities to let their hair loose and have fun and take their mask off, I already know what that means, bro.
Was literally the gatekeeper. This is where she really started building up that industry handler reputation, which further amplified when she met Rick Owens. Michelle Lamy was the one who essentially found Rick Owens. She hired him, married him, and they built one of the darkest, most expensive fashion brands in the world together. A fashion brand that fully embodied the dark, edgy look Lamy had adopted. They recently went viral for an ad they released that shows the two doing the most disturbing things together. I don't even feel comfortable talking about it. If you've seen Michelle Lamy, chances are you've questioned everything about her. The first thing people notice is those black nails. She achieves that look by dipping her hands in dye every single day as a ritual. You might have noticed that line on her forehead too. She draws that on every morning. She claims it censors her, but it's nothing but occult mumbo jumbo. While she is supposed to be a fashion icon, it seems she created this persona that looks like she belongs in a coven, not a fashion show. And because she's always seen mentoring artists like Kanye and Rocky right before they start acting and dressing differently, people have always wondered what she's actually teaching them. Is she just giving these artists fashion tips? Or is she sent in to groom these artists and get them ready for the dark side of Hollywood? Lamy doesn't try to deny she's into the dark side. There's a video floating around where she is approached by an influencer at an event, and the man asks her a very simple question. Do you believe in God?
God is good.
God is God.
God is so good.
He's not
That's what it says? You don't believe in God? Oh, okay. I get a God is good?
Hey man, I need to stop it.
What? Nah, I want to stay. Think what's wrong with God is good?
I'm asking that question.
Get mad about that. I can spread the word so the niggas gonna do it.
Now, do you see the look on her face? Most people would just say yes, or I'm spiritual. But Michelle, she whispers something and then just stares at him. She gives this haunting, empty look and basically avoids giving a straight answer. To the everyday person, that look alone is enough to send chills down your spine and let you know everything you need to know about her. In her style, she calls it art or philosophy. But in the real world, it looks like someone who is purposely trying to distance themselves from anything holy. And this is exactly why the industry handler and occult rumors have followed her for decades. It's not just the black nails or the gold teeth. It's the fact that these celebrities worship the ground she walks on, and no one can explain why. Michelle Lamy's defenders say people just don't understand her. That's just her fashion creative genius.
It's like we over here talk about gatekeepers and things like that. She can be an example of a gatekeeper, especially like in the sense of fashion and things like that, or designer stuff. Like this is a gatekeeper, bro. This is someone that people look to. This is someone that celebrities go to, and she literally grooms them into becoming what they become: the dark, the edgy, the demonic, the satanic. This is her. This is the work of a witch, bro.
But is that really the case? Or is that exactly what she wants us to believe? We find the real answer to this question in what Rocky just said during his Joe Budden interview. For years, celebrities pretended like Lamy was just a fashion icon. But Rocky, one of the biggest celebrities she has mentored, just confirmed the darkness is far too real. Usually when people ask Rocky about Michelle, he gives the standard "she's my mother" answer, giving her credit for inspiring his early style in the music industry. But this time, Rocky gave up a little more than usual, just enough for us to dissect it and pull the truth from it. When Joe brought up the dark aesthetic and the rumors that Lamy might be involved in some weird industry stuff, Rocky didn't just shut it down like he normally does. Instead, he said something that basically confirms all the rumors and speculations. He literally said, "I can't justify the dark stuff and weird stuff she does."
Off it, and I let them mentor me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
is hip hop misunderstanding her?
Who, Michelle Lamy? I can't justify the dark shit weird shit she do. I think she don't think they misunderstanding it. Like, do she worship the devil? I wouldn't know because she don't do none of that shit around me. But they do have iconography and imagery that looks like it's very, you know,
like their new the new ad campaign joint with the kissing.
But they gay. Rick Owens gay.
Yeah, but I don't think it's just a gay thing. It's the imagery.
It's dark, bro.
Yeah,
I can't justify that.
Look,
I can't justify that shit. Yo, bro, we talking about gay Europeans. Like, we won't understand that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's them. I love the fact that I'm comfortable in those rooms. Like, you know, it ain't no spells being casted when I'm around. But I can't justify, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't doing no rituals. Like, she just taught me about art. She took me Freeze Art Fair. She shot my album cover, and she gave me a nice diamond ring to, you know, do the album cover, the one called At Long Last, ASAP. You know what I'm saying? She creative directed a lot of stuff for me, and I'm gonna forever love that lady. You know what I'm saying?
Think about that for a second.
Hilarious.
This is his mentor, someone he calls mother, and he's openly admitting that he even can't explain or stand behind some of the things she's into. He even went as far as to say, does she worship the devil? I wouldn't know because she doesn't do any of that around me. Now, why would he say that? To a lot of people, that sounds like a low-key confirmation. It's not like he's saying, no, she's just a nice old lady. He's saying, I don't know what she does when I'm not in the room. Now, Rocky did try to play it off by saying, look, they're just gay Europeans. We don't understand that.
I mean, realistically speaking, nobody really knows what anybody does when they're not in a room. That's the reason why, like, there's a danger with this whole new woke conspiracy theory type content, bro, because people literally come on here and just make stuff up. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I literally had to put connections together. I don't just sit here and say things. I make connections to what I'm seeing. So do I believe that this woman is satanic? 100%. I mean, she's outwardly expressing herself as a witch. Like, the way that she dresses, the way that she acts, the way that she moves, the way that she works with people. It's witchcraft, right? But at the same time, there are a lot of celebrities that do get put in a spotlight for selling their soul or being demonic. That is literally just propaganda. People are just making up stories. And that I just don't agree with, bro. If you're going to make a video speaking about someone, come with some type of evidence. Come with some type of detective work. Show that you did some research and you're not just throwing out allegations. You feel me?
Basically saying it's just a cultural difference that we see as occult or scary, which is just high-level European art. But then he follows it up by making it clear that he personally stays away from the rituals. He said, it ain't no spells being casted when I'm around. I ain't doing no rituals. This is the part that really makes you think. If there are no rituals and no spells, why even bring them up? Why feel the need to tell us you aren't participating in them? It makes you wonder what exactly he has seen in those rooms with Michelle Lamy. Because if you look at Rocky's career, the moment he met Michelle is the exact moment his music changed forever. Think about it. Right after Rocky signed his record deal, he was introduced to Michelle Lamy. He went from being the pretty flaco talking about fashion in Harlem to making music that was distorted, psychedelic, and honestly pretty demonic. Michelle Lamy groomed Rocky's style, turning him into the gothic rapper he became known for. She gave him that style and that dark imagery we saw when he was blowing up. She was the one behind the At Long Live Last ASAP cover, which is arguably his darkest project to date. This was around the same time he released his music video for his song What's Up, a music video that literally shows Rocky and the ASAP mob performing a satanic ritual in the middle of a pentagram. He can be seen in the video making a pentagram out of salt while his crew stood around him. Now, isn't that interesting? Rocky said in the interview he never participated in any of those rituals.
You know, it ain't no spells being casted when I'm around. I can't justify, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't doing no rituals.
But has a music video where he's doing just that. Obviously, Rocky wasn't being completely honest about his involvement. In another older interview, Rocky was asked about the dark vibe found in his music. He admitted that he was into the dark occult imagery. He was even asked about his possible involvement in dark secret orders, and Rocky said he wishes he was a part of it.
What is the scary voice on your tracks? What is that?
The scary voice.
That deep. Oh yeah.
That's just my ad-lib.
That you do that?
Yeah.
And they just modify it, whatever.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So what is the purpose? What is it? Is it like your signature?
It's my signature. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, to me it seems a little dark.
I'm a dark nigga. What can I say? I don't know, man. Like, you know, that's what I'm into. I'm sorry you don't like it. You know?
Well, it's a little scary.
You know, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know. maybe it's not for you.
It's probably not for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
but you can listen to Problems, right? You get jiggy to that, right? You got a boo, right?
Yeah,
you got
it's not a problem. Yeah, we can, no, I mean, I was just wondering. I'm not gonna bring up the I word, but
Chinese Illuminati? That don't bother me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I wish I was Illuminati. I'd be probably a billionaire. People always talking this Illuminati stuff. Show me Illuminati. Show me that, please.
Knowing this and seeing the dark imagery in his music videos, it's hard for me to believe he didn't get involved in the dark side of the industry, especially hanging around someone like Michelle Lamy. So the question is, did Michelle Lamy just teach him about art, or did she introduce him to the dark side of the industry that lives behind the scenes?
It's the Baphomet head, yeah.
On one hand, you have Rocky telling Joe Budden that it's all just European art and that we just don't understand the culture. He wants us to believe that Michelle Lamy is just a mentor who taught him about art and gave him a nice ring. But on the other hand, we have the actual footage that proves otherwise. We have the What's Up music video with the ritual, the At Long Last ASAP era that shifted his entire energy, and Rocky's own words admitting he can't justify the dark stuff she's into. The evidence is pretty clear that she is an industry handler, tracing all the way back to her days in the 90s. Now think about it, is Rocky telling the truth and he's just a student of a fashion icon? I'm not buying it. He's way too deep in the industry and in my opinion is likely involved in those same dark rituals. In an industry that's already full of secrets,
100%.
it's hard to ignore the patterns that we all can see. When you see the same dark handlers appearing next to every major artist right before they undergo a massive change, you have to wonder if it's more than just a coincidence. Rocky says he stays away from the rituals, but his music and imagery tells a different story. But I want to hear from you. Do you think Michelle...
Bro, it's not coincidental at all. Like, we've literally broken down entire YouTube channels of these celebrities. They're literally career shift. And it's always a pivotal moment after they do some type of ritual that everything on their page begins to change. You look at somebody like Doja Cat, you look at somebody like Lil Wayne, you look at somebody like Post Malone, you look at someone like 6ix9ine. It's like in the beginning, it's all playful, ha ha ha, popular songs, hits the masses. Then they go through some type of ritual, humiliation. They try to start selling their soul. They try to sacrifice a family member. They try to do a bloodbath, something. And then everything shifts, bro. Everything changes after that. But look, y'all, I'm going to end this video here. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe. And I'm going to catch y'all next one, man.